Today we will start new topic, electric potential. According to the book, this is the third chapter, and this chapter is given after Gauss theorem, but we will do it first. After this, we will do the Gauss theorem. Okay. First is definition of electric potential. Electric potentials definition. Electric potentials. This is denoted by V. How do we define electric potential? Okay, we say it is the amount of work done. It is the amount of work done to bring. It is the amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge, that is test charge Q naught. Q naught is always plus and the value of Q naught is 1 coulomb unit charge from infinity to a point in an electric field region. Okay. Once again, electric potential is the amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge, that means plus Q naught, that means test charge from infinity to the given point in an electric field. Okay. In other words, V is equal to be right W by Q naught. In other words, electric potential is work per unit test charge. Work per unit test charge. What kind of test charge? This test charge, that is plus 1 coulomb charge, we are bringing from infinity to a given point. How much ever is the work done, that is called electric potential. So, electric potential is the kind of work done, whereas electric field is the kind of force per unit test charge. If you remember, I wrote the formula E equal to F by Q naught, but V is equal to W by Q naught. It is the kind of work done. Electric potential is the kind of work done. Now, write down below this. Electric potential is a scalar quantity. Electric potential is a scalar quantity. Electric potential is a scalar quantity with the SI unit. With the SI unit volts denoted by V, capital V, or joules per coulomb. Okay, you can have a look at this formula. V is equal to W by Q naught. W is work, joule, and Q naught is coulomb, so the joule per coulomb. Okay, and the main point, important point about electric potential is that it is scalar, unlike electric field. Electric field was a kind of force, but it is a kind of work done. Work is scalar, so V is also scalar. So that means for electric potential, we will not use the rule of vectors. We will not go by the breaking of components. We will not go by finding the resultant of the electric potentials. That means scalar quantities are simply added, so we will be simply adding them. So we will not be using the law of vectors for electric potential. Electric force, of course, is a vector, so we will be using the law of vectors. electric field also vectors will be using the law of vectors for their additions and all for finding their resultant, but for electric potential we will not, because it is scalar, remember it. And this time we will take the sign of the charge we will take. Now we will find a dimension of V, dimension of V, electric potential's dimension, physical dimension. So that dimension we can find using this formula. Work formula is force into displacement or force into the distance. That is force we like, that is L minus 2, mass into acceleration. Displacement is L. Q, dimension of Q we write AT, either AT or IT. Now using this we can write down the dimension of V, that is L square T minus 2, and this will come up become minus 3 and A to the power minus 1. So this is the dimension of V. Question may come, give the dimension of electric potential. So this is dimension. You can derive it by using this relation, V is equal to W by Q naught. We can write down the unit of potential in terms of base unit, in base unit. After writing the dimension, we can express in terms of fundamental unit or base unit. Mass is kg, length is meter, so meter square, time is second, so s minus 3 and a minus 1. You can write like this. 1 year in ISC, they had given this question. They were asking you to give the dimension or give the unit of electric potential in terms of the base unit. So first you will be writing the dimension, and after that you can change this into the base unit. So this is simple. So the key point out here is electric potential is a scalar. It is the kind of work done. It is not a kind of force. It is the kind of work done to bring a unit test charge, positive charge from infinity to the given point. Okay. Now you can write down potential difference, potential difference, which we call voltage also, voltage. What is potential difference? It is clear from the word difference, potential difference. Difference of potential between the 2 points, difference of potential between the 2 points, difference of potential between the 2 points in electric field region. In electric field region is called potential difference. Is called potential difference. Called potential difference. Okay. This is also known as voltage. Okay. Now there is another definition also, that in other words, it is the amount of work done. It is the amount of work done to move a unit positive charge. To move a unit positive charge between two points between 2 points in electric field region. In electric field region. In electric field region. For this we draw the diagram. So there is an electric field. A charge is out here. We already having a charge Q, and we are having 2 points. This is the point A. This is the point B, and we are moving the test charge. Test charge is Q naught plus Q naught from the point. We are moving it, work done to move the charge from the point B to A. So therefore we write like this. Which point will have a greater potentials? The point which is closer to the charge. So the potential of the point A will be bigger than the point B. So we will be writing as VA minus VB equal to W by Q naught. Between these two different points. VA minus VB is equal to W by Q naught. So this becomes the formula of potential difference. Or we can write that is W is equal to Q naught cross multiply VA minus VB. If you have any doubts, you can ask me for clarification. The W value will come cross multiply like this, VA minus VB. Okay. Work done in moving the charge between any two different points will be equal to Q naught, VA minus VB. And if it is some other kind of charge, this is a unit charge with plus 1 coulomb. If you are having a charge of 3 coulomb, then 3 multiplied by this, 4 coulomb, 4 multiplied by this. If you are moving electron, so will be Q value will become E, small e. So it become E into this, VA minus VB. That is potential difference. Okay, now we will give the definition of 1 EV, 1 electron volt. Definition of 1 electron volt. 1 electron volt. I think in class 10 also this topic was there, and you used to take it as a unit of energy. 1 electron volt. How to define 1 electron volt? The definition of 1 EV. We said it is the amount of work done, or it is the energy work done. Amount of work done is the energy actually. It is the energy gained by an electron. It is the energy gained by an electron It is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a potential difference of 1 volt. Through a PD of 1 volt. Potential difference of 1 volt. So therefore we write like this. Therefore 1 EV equal to, in 1 EV how many electrons are there? 1 electron. So the charge of 1 electron is this much, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. And volt means, voltage. Through a PD of 1 volt, you are applying 1 volt, right here 1. Then answer will be 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 joule. So 1 EV makes 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19. How to define 1 EV? Question paper define 1 electron volt. We said it is the amount of energy gained. It is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a potential difference of 1 volt. With work means actually energy gain. Energy gain. Whatever is the work done, that is the value of the energy gained. So we say 1 EV is the energy gained by an electron through a PD of 1 volt. Similarly, if you have to define 2 EV, how to define 2 EV? We say it is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a PD of 2 volts. through a PD of 2 volt. The definition of 2 eV is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a PD of 2 volt. Similarly, how to define 10 eV? It is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a PD of 10 volt. Electron will always be 1, and whatever is the amount mentioned, like 10, 2, 5, that is the value of voltage. Voltage means potential difference value will be that much. Similarly, if you define 100 eV, how to define 100 eV? It is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a PD of 100 volt. How to define 1 MeV, mega electron volt, 1 mega electron volt, 1 MeV. M stands for capital M stands for mega. And mega value is 10 to the power of 6. How to define 1 MeV? We say it is the amount of energy gained by an electron through a PD of 1 megavolt. Electron is always 1, and whatever number is, that is the value of its voltage, or that is the value of its potential difference. 1 megavolt. Megavolt means 10 to the power of 6 volt. That is 1 MeV value. If I write, it will be equal to electron charge is 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 into volt value is 1 megavolt, that is 10 to the power of 6 volt. If I multiply everything, the answer will become 1.6 into 10 to the minus 13 joule. We are changing energy unit is joule or work done unit is joule. So 1 mega electron volt is equal to this value, 1.6 into 10 to the minus 13 joule. So this also is important definition. This may be used in the section C for the nuclear energy and all nuclear fission energy. Nuclear fusion energy time will be using mega electron volt as the unit of energy released. So this formula is this relation definition is also important. So hope you understood this part. Similarly, if I take the other way, the energy of an electron is 1 eV. How much is the value of voltage applied? We say 1 volt. Energy value is 5 MeV. 5 eV, 5 electron volt. How much is the voltage applied? 5 volt. Electron is always 1. The value of voltage is 5 volt. I said 10 eV volt energy. How much voltage is applied? So 10 volt. 100 eV. How much voltage value is there? We say 100 volt. 1000 eV. How much is the value of voltage applied? So 1000 volt. Voltage value, electron will always be 1, and the value of voltage will be mentioned there in terms of quantity. I think you understood this. Now the next topic is, and this important topic is, expression for electric potential at a point due to an isolated is single due to an isolated charge. Due to an isolated charge Q. If you remember, last time we had done the expression for electric field at a point due to a single charge, and what was the formula? If you remember, E equal to kq by r square. Similar way, now we will be finding the electric potential at a point due to a single charge. For that, we draw a diagram. We will take a charge Q and we are taking a point P. The distance of the point P from the charge is r. The distance of the point P from the charge is Q is r. Now, as per the definition, what is electric potential? It is the amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to the given point, to the point. Okay. For that, let us take a point A at a distance x from the charge. This distance is x. We are moving a positive charge from infinity. This is plus q naught. From the point A, we are moving it from the point infinity to the point A, like this, we are bringing it till the point P. Up to the point P, we are bringing the plus q charge. So let us find this A and this B are take two different points. From A to B, A can be infinity, B can be anything. So this distance is variable because we are moving it till it comes to the point P. So this distance I take as dx. Between this is also say positive, this is also say positive, this is also positive. The force will be acting in this direction. Force F will be acting like this. Repulsive force. Positive repulsion will take place. How much is the value of force? We'll check it. We are moving this way. The plus q naught is moving this direction to bring it up to the point P. Whose distance is r. This is a general distance x. I first write that f. F formula we know that k q1 q2 by r square, that q naught by the distance. What is the distance? What is the distance? We can take it this way. The force acting over here, like plus q naught, we can keep it here with q naught. The distance is x, I write x squared. This is repulsive in nature, so in this direction. So F is equal to k q naught by x squared. Mark this as equation number 1. We know the formula of work. What is the formula of work? The formula of work is force into displacement. Force into displacement. So, but what kind of force? This force, just now when we are pushing it, or the displacement is changing. So work done also will change. It is the variable work. I will be writing that is dW. dW is equal to force into the way displacement is variable, F into dx. Okay. Now, next time we will be doing that is dW. F value I put, the value of F is this much, k q naught by x square dx, and we will be integrating, to remove differentiation we have to integrate. About this I will discuss, but to remove the derivative we have to do integrations. So then we will get the value of work done. We are moving the test charge from the point infinity to finally the point P. So here the value of x distance is varying from infinity to the distance r. So we write that r. This value of x, first it was infinity, and it is varying from infinity till we are bringing to the point P whose distance is r. So infinity to r. In the integration, you have to have some idea of integration. Integration formula is like this. Integration of x to the power of n dx formula goes like this. Xn plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the formula of integration. So simple idea you get first. Like suppose you got x square dx. The answer will become x cube by 3. Integration value will become x. The power increases by 1 and same thing comes down. Same way, if I am having x4 dx, this will become x to the power of 5 by 5. If we are having x to the power of 6 dx, it becomes x to the power 7 by 7. Power increases by 1 and the same thing will come down. Similarly, Similarly, if we are having 1 upon anywhere like this x to the power of 4 dx, how to find the value of this integration? X to the power of 4 will be taken up, will become x to the power of minus 4 dx before we apply the integration. Now x to the minus 4 become minus 3 by minus 3. That means minus 4 plus 1 I am doing. Now minus 4 plus will become minus 3 and the same thing will come in denominator. Ultimately we can write like this, minus sign will write here, 1 by 3 x cube will be right. Minus 1 by 3 x cube. Similarly, if I have 1 by x square dx, what is the integration of this 1 by x square dx? You can just check and let me know how much is the value of this integration. If you do the integration of this 1 by x square dx, x square will be taken up, it becomes x over minus 2 dx, it will become x minus 1 by minus 1. So this minus and right here, this will be taken down to 1 minus 1 by x. So remember, integration of 1 by x square dx, if I do like this, answer become minus 1 by x. So this is the value of integration of 1 by x square dx. Similarly, if I have only dx, what is the integration of only dx? X is not there here, so I write x to the power of 0, myself I write x to the power of 0. X to the power of 0 is 1. If I apply the integration of this, it becomes 0 plus 1 is x to the power of 1 by 1. The answer will become only x. In other words, if we have dx, answer will become directly x. If we have anywhere dw, the answer will become only w. If we are having w to the power of 0 we have, if we are having dt, the answer will become only t. This derivative is removed by integration. Differentiation is removed by, when do we apply differentiation? When anything is variable, is varying, so there will be using the differentiation. So that's what I did out here. This work that varies, keeps on varying depending upon the variable distance. Distance is also variable, no, distance is changing. So because of changing this is also changing. That's why I will do derivative. Now to remove the derivative, we have to do integrations. Here we are putting the limits, lower limit and upper limit. From how these distances are varying, the initial distance from infinity we say no as per the definition. That's why initial distance was infinity and the final distance to the charge Q naught at P is becoming R. So I like R over here on top. From infinity to the distance R. That's why we do derivatives and then integration to remove this one. Now let us do. Now I talk little bit about the limits. How do we evaluate limits? Suppose I am having x square dx and here it is maybe 1 and it is 2. Limits are given here. This is called definite integral. That you will do in maths also, but later on you will do. So just have an idea about it. First we will not think about the limits. Lower limit, this is called upper limit. First we will see about the integration. X square dx integration will come x cube by 3. So I write that one first. And the limits I will just copy 1 and here like this. Integration of x square power is 2, so becoming 3 upon 3. Now this number I will keep outside. Lower limit and upper limit value we put. X has got two different values. First is upper value and then the lower value. First we put the upper value, that is 2. That 2 power will is same. 2 cube minus 1 cube. This is the rule of giving a minus sign in between. After putting the upper limit for x, we put a minus sign and we put the lower limit for x. Second value of x we put, that is 1. And now we will do the calculation whatever comes. Similarly, if I am having anywhere 1 by x square dx with the limit of anything, say 0 and this is 1, whatever it is. How to evaluate out? We are having 1 and 2 over here. First of all, we will write down the value of 1 by x square is integration answer. The answer is coming minus 1 by x. I think I have done it already. If you are not sure, you can check x square to take it up. That is in rough side, you can do it first. Minus 2 dx. Then you are doing x minus 1 by minus 1, and then your arranging is becoming this. And the limit you are putting 1 and 2. This minus sign keep outside. And x has got two different values. First the upper value and then the lower value. We write like this: 1 by 2 minus 1 by 1. Like this we write. This way we write. First the upper value minus the lower value for x. This will be normally arranged. Okay, one thing to be noted here, the first line, I have written dw is equal to f into dx, but I have to give a minus sign here, because we are moving it this way. Motion of the charge is taking place in this manner. From infinity we are being closer to the point P, whereas force is acting in the opposite direction, the repulsive force. That means the force and the displacement in the opposite direction, that's why you have to put a minus sign here. So just add a minus sign and write outside here. The sign should be, or work done should be negative, because when angle between them is 180 degrees. So cos 180 degree actually we use f dx cos 180 degree, and cos 180 degree is minus 1. So I write minus sign also here. Now integration of dw, as I told you, integration of dx is x, same way integration of dw will be only w. Minus sign remains constant. I will take it out. K, Q naught is out. Here I write infinity and r. 1 by x square dx. Now w will remain as it is, minus k q naught. Integration of 1 by x square. What is the formula? That minus 1 by x with the limit infinity and r. This minus and this minus multiplies and becomes plus. I write w is equal to k q naught 1 by x infinity and r. Write w as it is k q naught. Now I put the value x value. First I put the upper value, that is r, minus. Then I put the lower value 1 by infinity. W by q naught I will make the subject here. W by q naught I will bring here and become kq 1 by r. 1 by infinity is 0. Infinity is 1 upon 0, so 1 by infinity will be 0. But 1 by infinity is 0 here. 1 by infinity is 0. So w by q naught is going to become v. It becomes kq. This is 0 is nothing, so answer becomes kq by r. So this is the formula. This becomes the formula. Where k equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So this becomes the formula of electric potential. So what is the formula of electric potential at a point due to a single charge? The formula is V is equal to kq by r. This derivation is very important derivation. You may expect this one in your exams, either school exams or in the ISC board exams. So hope you understood, or you can practice at least twice or thrice like this. First I will be writing the value of force q1 q2 by r square. The distance of the point A is x. First I will take the general point A and the general point B, A to B. The value of A, starting value of A is infinity, and the final value of this point B is becoming P, that is r. Okay, so that way we are then sign is minus 1 here because force and the displacement is in opposite direction. So hope you understood this. What is the formula of electric potential? V is equal to kq by r. Kq by r only, no r square. Remember it. Electric field formula was kq by r square, and electric potential formula is only kq by r without a square. And electric field was vector because that was the kind of force, and this is a scalar. Electric field time, we never took the sign of the charge, but here we will take the sign of the charge also, because work done value will be, this depends upon this sign of the charge also. If it is plus, we will take plus out here. If it is minus, we will take the sign minus also. So that means in electric potential term we are going to take the sign, but we are not going to take the direction this time, and we will not bother about breaking in components or finding the resultant and all in this case. So V is equal to formula we got KQ by R. Okay, now we can give next heading: relationship between electric field and electric potential. Relationship between electric field and electric potential. So this relationship we can write like this: since electric potential V is equal to W by Q naught, we can write that first. Writing continuation of this, V is equal to work formula we write force into displacement by Q naught. V is equal to F. The value of F is F by Q naught becomes E, so become ER. Or we write here E equal to V divided by R. Electric field formula we have V upon R, electric potential. E equal to V upon R. That's why the electric field has other unit of electric field, other unit of E. First unit of E is Newton per Coulomb, as per the definition E equal to F by Q naught. We can have the second unit also of E, second SI unit. V is volt, this is meter, so volt per meter. The other unit of E is volt per meter. Electric field other unit is volt per meter. Okay? Now we'll do some problems on electric potential. Okay. You can write on the question. Calculate the electric potential. Calculate the electric potential. Calculate the electric potential at the midpoint P, at the midpoint P as shown in the diagram. So they are showing like this one charge, another charge like this. This is Q1. Q1 is given plus 2 microcoulomb. Q2 is given plus 1 microcoulomb, and the total distance is given say 20 centimeter, and this is the midpoint given. You have to find net electric potential. Remember what you have to find? Electric potential, not electric field. Remember. Okay. Now answer. We will not mark direction whether attraction is taking place or repulsion taking place. We will not bother about it. Rather, we will be. There are two charges. There will be two potential. Right? Directly V is equal to V1 plus V2. Direct addition. So formula V1 will become K Q1 by R, other one also K Q2 by R. Because the distance is same, midpoint, the distance is same. This is also R, this is also R, midpoint. That means 10 centimeter and 10 centimeter. You can take K by R as common, here you can get Q1 plus Q2. K value you are putting 9 into 10 to the power of 9, and the value of R is 10 centimeter, that means 0.1 meter. Q1 is plus 2, that means you will take the sign also. Plus is there, so we will not write. If it is minus, I will write the minus sign also. So 2 plus Q2, Q2 is 1. Both macro we are changing here, 10 to the minus 6. Now we will calculate the answer. This will become 3, 3 9 are 27, and 2700 will come the answer. You will calculate it with this much volt. Total potential is coming 2700 volt. So this is done. Now another question. Calculate the electric potential. Calculate the electric potential at the center O. At the center O of the following square. At the center O of the following square. They are showing a figure like this. Charge is Q is given A, B, C, D. Okay. Side of the square is given A. You have to find now electric potential at the point O, at the center of the square. Electric potential, not the electric field, remember. So we will not bother about the direction, whether attraction is taking place or repulsion. That we used to do in case of electric field. But we are finding electric potential. We'll just bother how many charges are there, that many potentials will be there, and we simply add them. 1, 2, 3, 4, then there will be 4 potentials, right? V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4. And I'm sure all potentials are equal. Why? Potential formula is K Q by R. Charge is same, the distance is same. Charge is same, distance is same. Charge same, distance is same from till the point O from each charges. Distance is same. Distance each time it is R like this. Suppose we are assuming R. So all of them are equal. I can simply add them at 4V1 first. 4 times of KQ by R. But R is not given. This R we can express in terms of A. What is the value of R in terms of A? The value of R is coming, if you remember it, the value of R will come A by root 2. If you, I have shown it before also, but once again, if you are not sure about it or you have not understood, please try to understand. Whole diagonal from here till it is what? Whole diagonal will be root 2A. Whole diagonal. So R will be root 2A divided by 2. Half diagonal. These two are rationalized, right? Root 2A, these two are like root 2 times. Because anything we can write 2 times under the square root. Root 2 cancel, answer become A by root 2. That's why the value of R, now I will be taking A upon root 2. This root 2 will come here and write as 4 root 2 KQ by A. And we will not write the direction of it. Because V does not have any direction. We will not say towards this and away from this and all that, we will not say. So this is the answer. Very simple. Okay, today we are doing this much. Tomorrow we will continue with this and we will complete this chapter tomorrow. Okay. Some more problems we have to do and some related to theory also is left over that we will be doing tomorrow.